जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं
Paramahamsa Nityananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
I tell you, I will give you the ideas only which directly fulfills your life. Here, the close friend with whom Krishna grew together, the close friend is standing in depression and ready to do whatever you say, putting his whole life at risk. It is such an intimate moment, understand. Even ordinary man will not tell a lie in this situation. Person like Krishna, this is not a statement uttered by somebody sitting in a stage and to somebody who may not listen. when you speak from the stage to unknown people. Blessed are those who sit with the intimacy of Arjuna with me now. Sit with the feeling connection of Arjuna. You see, Arjuna is practically grew up together. Both of them have grew up together. Both of them are from the same Gurukul, Santipani. It is an intimate moment, the situation of life and death. They were doing all good things together and naughty things together. Too close. That kind of a intimacy, personal connection. And he is in depression. And he says, I am your disciple. I will listen to you. Please instruct me. I am taken over by the suffering and confusion. Even ordinary people, I can say even worst people, not only they will not talk anything wrong, they will not waste time beating around the bush. They will not waste time beating around the bush at this kind of moments. I tell you, the greatest truths of life is getting revealed here because Krishna is in the pressure of transmitting the truth. His personal intimacy with Arjuna, and he is in high confusion. Not a single word Krishna is uttering as a philosophical component in it. It's a pure truth. The essence, truth as it is, because Krishna has neither time nor interest to talk philosophy. He has to tell the truth as it is. Krishna is a person with a deep concern. He does not need to establish himself now to Arjuna, claiming he is God or claiming big words. And he does not need to beat around the bush. He does not need to talk intellectual words to convince Arjuna he is intelligent. He does not need to show graceful movements to Arjuna he is divine himself. No. Arjuna is already thoroughly convinced about the glory and greatness of Krishna. And Arjuna is surrendering. Please save me. In the ocean, in the water, asking you for the help. And you are sitting on the boat and you start telling, you know, once upon a time, long ago, when I was in this city, you know, the people used to gather around me. I am directly the embodiment of God's energy, and no fool will be ready to listen to you at that time. You need something solid, truth. And Krishna is not a fool to talk about philosophy when Arjuna is in a mess. If you look at these verses as a philosophy, you lost it. You abused Krishna. You abused Arjuna. You abused the intimacy between them. You need to now look into who is talking to whom and when. Here, Krishna does not have any of that pressure. He doesn't need to convince Arjuna. And Arjuna is in a deep suffering. He is begging for help. And not only that, he has already promised, I will do what you say. I am your disciple. Arjuna knows whole life of Krishna. Surely he knows all lifestyle and incidences of Krishna. Arjuna must have known even Krishna running away from a war field. Arjuna has a strong feeling connection. Krishna is God.
Eliminate stress from your life. Step up your performance levels. Enhance your clarity and decision making. Kalpataru, a unique full-day transformational healing program blessed personally by rare living incarnation Paramahamsa Nityananda. Harness the power of meditation and initiation. Experience a glimpse of Kundalini awakening for permanent physical and mental transformation. Take the first step to a happy and successful life. Kalpataru, manifest your destiny.
जीवताणि सुवन्ते नित्यानन्द इव कल्पतरु दर्शन.
Every weekend at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru.
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि नित्यानन्दलिङ्गम्.
ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवपुतो दयिषवे नमः. नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः. या च यशः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः. शिवा शरव्याया तपतया नो रुद्रमृडय. या ते रुद्र शिवा तनोरघोर पापकाशिनी. तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचागशीः. या विशृङ्गिरिशन्तहस्ते विभष्ट्यस्तवे. शिवाङ्गिरिक्रतां गुरुमाहिगुं सेः पुरुषं जगते. शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि. यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत्. अद्य वोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो दैव्यो वृषगे. अहेहश्च सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यादुत्राण्यः. असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुणपुत भभ्रस्व मङ्गलः. ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रुता सहस्रशो वै शागुं भेडयीमहे. असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः. उदैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः. उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयाति नः. नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय ईडुषे. अतो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः. प्रमुञ्चदन्वनत्वमुभयोरार्तियोर्ज्याम्. याश्च ते हस्त इषवः परात भगवो वप. अवदत्यरनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशते शुरे. निशीर्याणवागुं पुत अनेशन्नस्येषव आपुरस्य निषङ्गतिः. या ते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः. तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज. नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे. उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने. परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् गृणक्तु विश्वतः. असो यजुषुरिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठमृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदा शिवाय शङ्कराय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यवागवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पदये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पदये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय त्रिशीमदे मदीनां पदये नमो नमो बब्लुषाय विव्याधिने नानां पदये
I know beyond all the actions is God. There was not a time when in the past I did not exist, nor was there a time when you and these kings did not exist. There will neither be a time when all of us would cease to exist after this war. I tell you, unless I make you understand the context, the power of these words, you won't understand. When a truth gets marketed, it becomes religion. When commercials are created and spread naturally, it becomes religion. Sometimes the worst part is when fanaticism is added, it became even terrorism. The truth as it is too simple, but to listen to that, to imbibe that, you need simple feeling connection. Arjuna is going to take whatever Krishna says in face value. Arjuna is trusting Krishna's intelligence more than his logic. He just is desperate. He just wants the truth. He just wants the right guidance. And Krishna, embodiment of love, compassion, person who always gave, a great sacrificer, Tyagi, Tyaga Raja. People may feel surprised when I use the word Tyaga Raja for Krishna. It is not a joke to share your space with thousands and thousands of people. For a normal man who lives in unconsciousness, it looks like womanizing. He is not a womanizer, he is a Tyagi, sharing his space to thousands and thousands. Mass, unconscious, donkey mind can never understand the Tyaga of Krishna. Only a person who lives in his space can understand the Tyaga of person like Krishna. Person like Krishna who lives in that spectrum will enjoy his aloneness million times more than any person around them. You see, when he is squeezed with crisis, what comes out of him? See, when he is cornered, now Krishna is completely cornered. He is also now responsible to take Arjuna out of depression. But in that cornered moments, see what Krishna is expressing. He is not saying, no, I am tired, I want to have a drink and lie down. Let's go back. He is not saying, I am stressed, I want to spend a little time with Rukmini. Let's go back. No. If he is dependent, he would have asked for that. But see, when he is cornered, what comes out? As I was telling, when your bone marrow gets drilled, when your bone gets drilled, what comes out is the material out of which you are made. Is embodiment of jnana. Great achievement of Krishna, not greatest achievement of Krishna. The greatest achievement of Krishna is Tyaga of his personal space. Thousands of people, just by his love and charisma, achieved Paramapada. achieve Vaikuntapata, achieve the ultimate state, Goloka Vasa. It is not a joke to make so many millions to feel that they are all loved. And he is after all a king. Naturally, he must be running a whole country. And it is not a myth that he is a king. It's a truth. Now archaeological evidences are clearly proving huge, vast capital city with such an amazing infrastructure. There are archaeological evidence. Dwarka is a king. So naturally he would have had thousands of rules and regulations. But he would have had rules. But with all that rules and regulations, he would have punished even few people. Beyond all that, he was able to make thousands of people feel they are loved. It is not a joke.
क्या आप स्वयं एक अवतार पुरुष से अपने जीवन में दिव्य मार्गदर्शन चाहते हैं? प्रस्तुत करते हैं अवतार पुरुष से वार्ता।
Nityananda here.
परमहंस नित्यानंदा संसार को एक और अतुल्य और अनोखी भेंट दे रहे हैं।
You got practically everything and too much for a phone call.
अब वो लाइव किसी के भी प्रश्नों का उत्तर स्वयं देंगे।
That's great. No, you ask anything you want in your life. Ask me any boon you want.
8 से प्रारंभ। कुछ सौभाग्यशाली लोग जो 080 2727 9999 पर फोन करेंगे, वो स्वयं स्वामी जी से बात कर सकते हैं। लाइव देखें NTV पर ntv.nityananda.org।
The Ingenious Program, a field of all possibilities. The children in the Ingenious Program are directly under the guidance of enlightened Master Paramahamsa Nityananda. Nityananda is an incarnation and exudes the knowledge of conflict-free living. He states that enlightenment is our birthright. What an incredible gift for your child, a once-in-a-lifetime privilege to live and thrive in the energy field of all possibilities and give enlightenment to your child. Where every child can become a genius. Learning can unveil the genius in every child, provided it stimulates higher order thinking skills, positive self-esteem, teamwork, and an internal locus of control. Research has proven that holistic teaching methodologies paired with meditation stimulate whole brain functioning and result in self-directed, spontaneous, and creative lifelong learners. An enriched environment. When young children have an enriched environment conducive to early learning in life, they have higher IQ, cognitive intelligence, EQ, social emotional intelligence, and SQ, spiritual intelligence. These early experiences are critical for the development of the child. Peer pressure and destructive social conditioning can take its toll on the child. It can create negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors unless these enriching experiences are provided. An enriched environment includes whole brain activities which stimulate the utilization of both sides of the brain. The right brain is responsible for creativity, intuition, spontaneity, quantum memory, learning in a flash, and computer-like calculations. The left side of the brain is responsible for inner linear thinking and analysis. When both sides of the brain are integrated, performance is optimal. Brain Yoga. Brain Yoga activates the ability to balance the right and the left brain. This helps open the sixth sense. Children are given activities to balance both sides of the body simultaneously, using distinctive postures that stimulate both sides. The neurological brain patterns move from beta to alpha, increasing alertness and attention. Quantum memory. Quantum memory is a constant downloading of information without interference of the mind. Observation skills are directly related to memory skills. Reading without interference of the mind, reading at quantum speed, will lead to quantum memory without the mind getting in the way. Creative and performing arts. Dance, drama, music, sculpting, and design offered in the Ingenious program provide kinesthetic motor stimulation to engage the brainwave patterns, resulting in expanded creativity and resourcefulness. Sattvic food. Children are given the benefit of fresh sattvic food prepared to the standards according to the ancient Vedic lifestyle. The food is fresh, with fruits and vegetables. Vegetarian food creates radiant health in the body. Vedic cultural arts. Sanskrit chanting stimulates the brain to produce full brain coherence, developing clearer perception and integrated thinking. Chanting also promotes inner silence and improves the attention span. Meditation and expanded awareness. Meditation instills a deep silence in the child, resulting in deeper, richer perception and clarity in thinking. Ingenious produces the next step in evolution, a mature human being who functions at a higher state of consciousness. Expanded awareness provides the platform for a vision of all abilities of life, perfect health, prosperity, and life without conflict. What more could you ask for your child?
If I can just teach this one science to the kids, I will have millions of enlightened beings. I know the amount of tyaga required to make people feel they are loved. Just loving them does not need much tyaga. Tyaga of Shiva is too easy. Not only habit, thousands of people are going to appreciate that. See, that is naturally appreciated by the world. Wow, what a simple person. And the appreciation of the world itself becomes one more encouragement to practice that tyaga, which is just ordinary habit. A normal man can never understand the sacrifice of Krishna, and Krishna's sacrifice is always abused. Even after being abused and challenged by society, he continues to maintain his sacrifice. A person like Krishna, who has sacrificed personal space, will naturally be very sweet and soft in their very heart. In their very core, they will be sweet and soft. This kind of personalities cannot lie, especially during these hard, difficult, critical moments. It's a crisis for Arjuna and Krishna. Whatever he says is a straight truth. It is a sincere, intimate, personal, honest commitment to the relationship of guru-disciple. The guru-disciple relationship. Here, Arjuna does not even want a logical support of all the statements Krishna is making. He just wants straight guidance, instruction. That is why Krishna beautifully opens up and says, I tell you, this statement can never be logically proved. This can only be realized in intimacy. This can never become realization in any of you by logical conviction. No. It can only become realization in all of you by the personal, intimate feeling connection. Feeling connection is the ground where the seed becomes the tree, not the logic. Feeling connection is the ground where if the seeds are sown, seeds of the truth, it becomes the reality of experience, the tree of experience. Here, Arjuna is having the tremendous feeling connection. He says, there was not a time when in the past I did not exist. Wow, what a statement. Those statements are not even logical. An ordinary mind, perverted, convoluted brain can never get that. They can never get it. Of course, they do not know the sweetness of the space itself. There were two enlightened masters in a small village. One achieved enlightenment through Advaita, the monistic philosophy, non-dualistic philosophy. Other one achieved enlightenment through the bhakti. So both of them were staying in the same village. Of course, they did not have any big conflict, but both of them will always be playing with each other, trying to prove the greatness of the path they travelled. So one day this first guy, the Advaiti, he went and wrote in the temple wall in a big way, Soham, means I am that. This Bhakta, who achieved enlightenment through the dualistic path, he went and just added one letter, Da. It became Dasoham. I am your servant. But these Advaitis are always clever. Next day, he went again and put the word Sa in front of the Sadasoham. Always I am that. Dvaitis may not be clever, but they will always have that fanatic perseverance. They will not give up. They will have the tremendous passions. Again this fellow went and put one more, Dasa Dasoham.
Just an hour's drive from Bangalore, Asia's fastest growing city, is a unique space of healing, meditation and rejuvenation. Welcome to Nityananda Dhyanapitham. Experience soothing healing energies under the ancient wish-fulfilling banyan tree in the presence of divinity. Enjoy the unique anti-aging formula of the original Siddha Healing Spa with the 21-foot energized healing lingam and healing pool, the Vaidya Sarovar. Connect directly to God in the vibrant silence of Nityanandeshwara Temple. Savor the delicious Sattvic food served free at all times. Best of all, get a glimpse of authentic spiritual life at the daily morning satsang, worship, yoga and meditation sessions with Paramahamsa Nityananda. Rediscover yourself at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, the ultimate spiritual lifestyle destination. Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru, 97422-03311.
Discover the power of Kundalini Awakening at Kalpataru, a unique full-day transformational program blessed personally by rare living incarnation Paramahamsa Nityananda. What is Kundalini? Kundalini is the tremendous potential energy hidden inside every individual, which can be awakened through initiation by an enlightened master. Once awakened, Kundalini has the power to transform every area of your life and bring you health, wealth, success, joyful relationships and spiritual enlightenment. Harness the power of meditation and initiation. Experience a glimpse of Kundalini awakening at Kalpataru. Manifest your destiny. Every weekend at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru.
He put the letter Da. Then it became Dasa Dasoham. But naturally, Advaiti is not going to keep quiet. He went and put one more sap. Sada Sadasoham. It goes on and on and on. As knower of both joys. Please understand, I am not the knower of the both joys only in the ultimate space. See, in the ultimate space, both are one and the same. That is different. I am knower of both the joys from the A to Z. Understand? When you start as an Advaiti and travel as an Advaiti, end as an Advaiti, all the joys and sufferings you face, when you start as a Dvaiti, Bhakta, devotee, travel as a devotee and achieve the ultimate, in that journey also, all the joys and pains you face, I have seen both completely from A to Z. Krishna is uttering, there was not a time when in the past I did not exist. If at all you experience that kind of a honesty, openness and intimacy and causeless trust with somebody, you will understand the intimacy between Krishna and Arjuna and the space in which this great word, there was not a time when in the past I did not exist, nor was there a time when you and these kings did not exist. Krishna sitting on the chariot, the Arjuna kneeling down in the side. Krishna must have been having his hand, one hand on the shoulder of the Arjuna, and in the other hand, the stick with which he controls the horses. Almost the moment of energy darshan. Looking into his eyes, he would have been telling, "Hey fool, there was never a time I did not exist. There was never a time you and these kings did not exist. There will neither be a time when all of us would cease to exist, even after this war." This statement should be taken as an intimate love poem, not as a philosophy. No. If you read this word as a philosophy, you will spoil the beauty of the whole Gita. You will destroy the grace and intimacy and the powerful transmission which happened behind these words. Purpose of me talking on the Gita is to make that same powerful transmission happen in all of you, which happened between Arjuna and Krishna. Don't look for philosophy in this. It's an intimate statement where he is telling the truth. There was never a time in the past I did not exist. This was the first shocker for Arjuna. Then he says, "Arey, not only me. There was never a time when you and these kings did not exist. There will neither be a time when all of us would cease to exist. Even after this war." Naturally, it's a shocker for Arjuna. It would have shaken Arjuna completely because it's a personal feeling connection, statement of Krishna to Arjuna. It's a pure truth. Read the whole verse. There is no logical support for what he is uttering. It's a simple truth. The courage which is given to Krishna by the dedication of Arjuna. Understand? When a disciple is completely dedicated, completely listening, a master gets the courage to reveal the truth to him as it is, which will give courage to Krishna to reveal all the sacred secrets.